everybody, and welcome along to a brand new video today where we've got quite an exciting video really, because we've got our first rumours, hints, news-ish, shall we say, as to when Series 12 of Doctor Who might be airing. So of course we all know there's something coming up this Saturday, the 23rd of November, the 56th anniversary of Doctor Who. We know we're going to be getting some sort of Series 12 related content, probably a trailer. Realistically, I struggle to see what else it's going to be. And hopefully within that we might get an official announcement of the air date for Series 12 as well, which should certainly be quite exciting. However, in the last 24 hours we've seen an article posted by the Daily Mirror, a tabloid newspaper in the UK, who, despite the kind of reputation that tabloids are terrible for predicting stuff, they're always wrong and just ignore them. Actually, the Daily Mirror are quite good at predicting Doctor Who related things. They must have some sort of source within the BBC/Doctor Who production team, because they predicted the New Year's Day special last year, they predicted that Doctor Who would be airing on Sundays, they predicted what was going to happen in the 2017 Christmas special, they predicted what was going to happen at the start of Series 9, various things like this. They all accurately predicted months in advance. So despite the sort of initial, it's the Daily Mirror, we shouldn't listen to them, actually they have quite a decent track record. So on this occasion, I'm actually going to take some notice and give it a little listen. So here's what they've got to say about Doctor Who. So they claim that Doctor Who Series 12 will begin on New Year's Day. We won't have a Christmas special, we won't have a New Year's Day special per se, but the first episode of Series 12 will air on New Year's Day, which personally I think is quite exciting. Means we're literally about 45 days away from the start of the new series of Doctor Who, which would be pretty damn exciting if true. And it just, I feel like, would be a really good starting point to be able to boot the show off straight from the beginning of the year and get stuck into the series. Now within this rumour, it talks about the first two episodes being a two-part story, the biggest, best two-parter ever according to all sort of the massive scale of the story is going to be amazing, blah blah blah, the classic kind of over-the-top lines that they're going to make of it. But that's by the by. I think the interesting fact is that it may be a two-parter, and they're talking about the prospect of a two-parter where the first episode airs on New Year's Day, which is a Wednesday, and then the second episode airs on Saturday, the 4th of January, the second part of that two-part story, and then it will continue on Saturdays from there. So first off with that, two-parters, that's exciting. I'm pleased that Christian was looking to bring that back into Doctor Who and try and do it again for Series 12, given that despite some cliffhangers sort of, in Series 11 there wasn't really any actual proper two-parters. We haven't really seen that since the finale of Series 10, back in, July 2017, so 2.5 years nearly now since we've last had a proper Doctor Who two-parter. So I'd certainly be excited to see that, but there's also some intriguing reasons why this is rather a surprise. Now the key thing for this is because for people who've been keeping track of Doctor Who's filming, trying to find out little tidbits about what's going on and what's likely the show's going to turn out in terms of who's filmed it, who's directed it, who's been involved when they filmed it, things like that. And the intriguing thing is that episodes 1 and 2 of Series 12 were filmed in different filming blocks. So usually they have sort of blocks of filming where they usually film 2 episodes together, directed by the same person, sometimes run in tandem with each other, these 2 episodes they film at the time. And we know almost certainly, I think, based on some sort of slates and filming pictures and things like that, that episode 1 and episode 2 were filmed in completely different blocks with different directors as well. So it seems very intriguing for those stories to be intrinsically linked to become a proper Doctor Who two-parter. So that presents some interesting questions, I think, as to, is it really going to be a two-parter, or is it more going to be something like what we saw at the end of the beginning of Series 11, should I say, with The Woman Who Fell to Earth, a cliffhanger at the end, and then leading into the Ghost Monument, but still very much kind of 2 separate stories? I don't know the answer to that question, of course, but it's going to be very, very intriguing to see. I mean, it may be that they've got similar themes. It might be something a bit like The Girl Who Died and the Woman Who Lived in Series 9, where they were kind of 2 connected stories with a cliffhanger in the middle of it, but they were ultimately kind of separate stories. I'll be intrigued to see if that's the sort of route they go down at the beginning of Series 12, but it certainly poses some very interesting questions, I think. Now, the other key bit of news coming out of this rumour article is that Doctor Who is set to move back to Saturdays again. Of course, for Series 11, it was the first time ever that Doctor Who aired on a Sunday evening, airing on 10 consecutive Sunday evenings, which just had never been done before. Everybody knows that Saturday night is the sort of stereotypical Doctor Who night, and has been since 1963 when the first episode aired on the 23rd of November, which was a Saturday, of course, and has almost always been on Saturday since then. So this is, but I must give a but to this question, because it was moved to Sunday for a reason in Series 11, or at least we thought it was for a reason, and that was that viewing figures were bad on a Saturday, and that it just doesn't work on a Saturday because Saturday is all about entertainment shows like Strictly Come Dancing, Britain's Got Talent on ITV and stuff like that, not like proper serious dramas. So it would seem very strange, to an extent strange, for them to decide to move it back to Saturday night, given that Sunday night appears to be, at least for the BBC, to be the drama night. Just look at the moment, we've got His Dark Materials and War of the Worlds airing on BBC One Sunday evenings. That's the time for drama. So I'm intrigued that that's the route they're going down. Like, I thought that doing it on Sunday would work quite successfully for Series 11. There didn't seem any particular reason to change it, apart from just shuffling up the schedules again for the sake of it. So I'll be intrigued to see if that part of the rumour actually becomes true, because I'm not necessarily sure if it's a brilliant idea. As much as it is sort of the historical thing that they've done with Doctor Who, I don't think maybe in the current TV landscape that's quite such a successful idea to be going for. But we'll have to wait and see, won't we? But yes, so we have some potentially very exciting news, with it being just a month and a half, hopefully, away from Series 12 of Doctor Who, or at the very least, we should get some sort of episode, I think, on New Year's Day, most likely a first episode of Series 12. But for now, this is our little rumours of what possibly may be, and it'll be intriguing to see if it turns out to be true, as it seems fairly likely, but we'll have to wait and see for sure for that. Of course, very excitingly coming up on Saturday is potentially the Series 12 trailer, which is something I'm very, very much looking forward to, and we'll hopefully have potentially multiple videos reacting, breaking down the trailer and looking, sort of analysing it and seeing really what we've got to look forward to and what's going on in Series 12. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this quick little news video, and I'll be back very soon for another one, so goodbye!